Title: Minimalism and the Power of Simplicity in Fine Art Photography. Module: Masterclass 2, Historical Perspectives in Artistic Philosophy. In a world filled with constant visual information, simplicity has become one of the most powerful forms of artistic expression. Minimalism in fine art photography is not about creating empty images. It is about removing distractions so that the essential meaning becomes stronger. A minimalist photograph asks a fundamental question: what is truly necessary? Everything that remains in the frame should have a purpose. The first principle of minimalism is clarity. A powerful minimalist image often contains only a few elements: a single subject, a simple background, a carefully chosen light source, a meaningful gesture. By reducing visual complexity, the photographer allows the viewer to focus more deeply on the emotional center of the image. The second principle is intentional space. Negative space, the empty area surrounding a subject, is not wasted space. It creates breathing room. It allows the viewer's imagination to participate. A figure surrounded by open space may communicate solitude, freedom, peace, or contemplation. The absence of objects can sometimes express more than the presence of objects. The third principle is understanding restraint. Many photographers believe that adding more creates stronger images. However, advanced artists understand that removing unnecessary elements often creates greater impact. A photograph does not become powerful because it contains many details. It becomes powerful because every detail matters. The fourth principle is using light with simplicity. Minimalist photography often relies on carefully controlled lighting. A single beam of light, a soft shadow, a gentle transition between brightness and darkness. These simple lighting choices can create profound emotional effects. Light becomes the main storyteller. The fifth principle is emphasizing form. When distractions are removed, shape and structure become more visible. In fine art figure photography, minimalism allows the human form to become the central visual language. The curve of the body, the position of the hands, the relationship between light and shadow. Simple forms can communicate complex emotions. The sixth principle is emotional depth. Minimalism is not only a visual style, it is a way of thinking. A simple image can carry deep meaning because it encourages viewers to slow down and reflect. The photograph does not tell the viewer everything. It invites the viewer to complete the story. This creates a more personal connection. The seventh principle is patience. Minimalist images often require careful observation. The photographer must wait for the right balance of elements. A slight movement, a subtle change in light, a perfectly placed moment. These small differences can determine whether an image feels ordinary or extraordinary. Minimalism also teaches photographers to appreciate silence. Not every photograph needs to be dramatic. Some images are powerful because they are quiet. They create a moment of reflection in a busy world. This quietness can become an emotional experience. However, minimalism should not be confused with emptiness. A photograph with few elements can still contain enormous meaning. The goal is not to remove everything. The goal is to remove what does not serve the message. The strongest minimalist photographers understand that simplicity requires discipline. It requires knowing what to include and what to leave behind. This knowledge develops through experience and artistic maturity. Ultimately, minimalism is a philosophy of seeing. It teaches photographers to look beyond surface complexity and discover the essential. A simple photograph can reveal a profound truth. A quiet image can create a powerful emotion. A limited composition can contain an unlimited imagination. In fine art photography, simplicity is not a lack of creativity. It is the highest expression of creative understanding. When nothing unnecessary remains, the truth